Welcome to our video on calculating the correct position of an element when dragged using translate with scale applied in JavaScript. If you've ever worked with interactive web applications or games, you know how essential it is to get the positioning of elements just right. But what happens when you throw scaling into the mix suddenly? Things can get pretty complicated. In this video, we'll explore the challenges of calculating element positions when translate and scale are applied, and provide a step-by-step guide on how to tackle this problem in JavaScript. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting out, this tutorial is designed to help you grasp the concepts and take your skills to the next level. So, let's dive into the world of transformation. When we apply translate and scale to an element, its position and size change in complex ways. The key challenge here is that these transformations don't just affect the element itself, but also its relationship with other elements on the page. Imagine you're dragging a rectangle around the screen, and it's scaled up by 50%. If you were to simply calculate its new position based on its original coordinates, you'd end up with some pretty wonky results. That's because scaling affects not just the element's size, but also its coordinate system. To accurately calculate the position of our dragged rectangle, we need to take into account both the translate and scale transformations applied to it. Here's a step-by-step approach. First, get the current transformation matrix of the element using getComputed_style. This will give you the cumulative effect of all transformations applied to the element, including translate and scale. Next, decompose this transformation matrix into its constituent parts: translation, rotation, scaling, and skewing. Don't worry if these terms sound unfamiliar. We'll break them down in a moment. Now, let's focus on translating and scaling. When you apply translate, it moves the origin of the element's coordinate system to a new location. Think of it like moving the axis around which your rectangle rotates. When you scale an element, its size changes relative to this translated origin. So, even if the translation is 0, scaling will still affect the position of the element. To correctly calculate the element's new position after dragging, you'll need to apply these transformations in reverse order. First, translate back to the original origin, then undo any scaling applied. One way to visualize this process is by thinking of it like a series of nested coordinate systems. Each transformation creates a new system within which subsequent transformations are applied. For example, when you scale an element, its size changes relative to the translated origin. This means that if you're trying to place another element at a certain distance from your scaled rectangle, you'll need to take into account this changed coordinate system. To recap, calculating the correct position of an element after dragging when translate and scale are applied involves getting the current transformation matrix using getComputed_style, decomposing this matrix into its constituent parts, and applying these transformations in reverse order. First translating back to the original origin, then undoing any scaling. By following these steps, you can ensure that your interactive elements line up perfectly on screen, even when complex transformations come into play. That's all for today's video. We hope this explanation has helped clarify how to calculate element positions after dragging with translate and scale applied. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth tutorials on JavaScript and web development. If you have any questions or need further clarification, please ask away in the comments below. And if there are any specific topics you'd love us to cover next, be sure to let us know.